handful of years, the Vines have experienced the stratospheric highs and the disarming lows of a band twice their age. Their 2002 debut, Highly Evolved, struck like a firestorm through the international charts. Various music publications legitimised the hype, proclaiming the Vines as the saviours of rock in the dawning years of a new millennium. During the time that followed, the Vines toured aggressively, released 2 more albums, and weathered the hurdles that accompany a sudden rise to fame. This year, the Vines deliver Melodia, their 4th studio recording.
How do you feel about the record, though, in artistic terms?
So say we're stoked with it. We think it's some of our best work ever.
Yeah, I think we really found our sound, or the sound what we're trying to do with the band, and I think with a lot of angular, clean guitar parts and distortion, like pop music and punk and ballads, and so stuff we've been doing before, but just getting better at it, hopefully.
We read the reports from South by Southwest, which you played in March this year, and I guess that was the first taster of Melodia. Well, certainly, a crowd's got taste of that. And you said, I think the quote was, "I love life. I'm so happy to be back up on stage again."
How did you say that?
Is life great? Is life really good for you right now, Craig?
It's a bittersweet symphony, like Richard Ashcroft said. I swear to God.
Great track.
Yeah, I love it. But yeah, life is good. It's always been good for me, and I think maybe there's a perception that it isn't good because certain things are hard for me to deal with in social scenarios. But yeah, like writing music and stuff, that's where I feel most, my productiveness is at its peak, I guess, but that's way too lame. You edit that out. Those words are way too pretentious, but I like music and shit, yeah, but I don't really care about it that much.
I don't want to go out on a limb and say you found God, certainly not, but there's a lot of God references. I guess the song like Manger, and you talk about I certainly get the sense as a listener that you've found something that you seem to be in a better headspace now, where Vision Valley, for example, was very angry.
Yeah.
It seems to me like you're in a happier place. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so. The songs, the rock songs on Vision Valley, really heavy, really aggressive, and the words are really dark, and they're about dying and about taking LSD and brain damage, but which has got nothing to do with me. I just want to point that out. But yeah, this song's a lot more pop to it, and so we're really happy. We actually think we have some hit singles, so which we didn't really have on the last album. We're just kind of getting back into it because we took a break, and I kind of went through a whole lot of life changes, and a lot of pop music. So that's why we're just trying to sell out and just try to sell as many albums as we can. Get on commercial radio and make a lot of money.
I think this record offers more light and shade than any other record that you've released.
Well, I think it's like, we've never been trying to change what we do because we're always trying to be open to rock and roll in the broader sense. So a lot of styles, and we just feel like and these new songs we've got, I feel, are even better. So. But we got like more pop music on this one, so because we want to make the money. So. I keep saying that.
Is the money really important to you?
Yeah.
Why is money so important to you?
It's important to everyone.
But why do you?
Because that's why I might say this or that, but it's definitely a thing we think about when we're doing a gig. Like, how much do we get paid?
Are you for real?
I don't even know anymore.
Hamish, is Craig better to deal with now, easier to work with, nicer to be around?
We've been through the worst. he's come out the other side.
Yeah, he was a real demon, wasn't he? But he's getting slightly better, so he has good intentions, and don't know why everyone hates him so much.
Nobody hates him at all. Nobody hates you at all, Craig.
They read it in a magazine. They said, we really don't care. We're just in it to make music, and hopefully we can just keep continuing with albums and touring to a much lesser extent in the early days. But we didn't even know there was going to be a crowd here tonight, or I didn't. But we're well stoked, and
I'll be excited.
There'd be a lot of kids probably with Asperger's that would look up to you. Do you feel comfortable with that? Does that put a bit of pressure on you? Only they look up to you only because you're doing something incredibly amazing, and you're creative and you're talented.
Thanks a lot. Well, when we were in America in the studio, I actually did an interview for a movie they were making, a Quicksilver movie about an 18-year-old pro surfer from America. He had Asperger's, and they asked me what if I had any advice for him, and I just said, just keep doing what you want and don't listen to anybody, because he's obviously doing well, and I feel grateful that I get to get through it somehow, have a living, and but I still just can't figure out what it is. And it's still a really strange thing where it's hard to pinpoint and define. But it's just, I'm just kind of a weird guy, I guess you'd say that.
Yeah, kind of weird guy.
When you play live, do you still get the urge to smash up the set?
You'll find out later on.
Really?
No, sometimes, well, just, it depends on what's happening. If you feel angry, then there's a good chance of it happening. But if everything's going good, I think nothing will happen. But that's what we want. Like, I really don't. We went to America, I've come on stage, had bruises and cuts, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm supposed to be an artist, not a football player. I say about albums, they're the most important thing, that we just go out and do this to let people know about it. Like, the first album, I just didn't even want to tour, but we just kind of did it because I listened to people. And then I'm glad I did, because it was successful and all that.